Hello everyone, this is Dotman, and this is turn 20 of the Vulcan Sector Mentor vs. Midshipmen series. We've got some combat, 3 VCRs. I actually missed the last turn due to real life. You know, this game runs every day, and you know, sometimes you just can't get to your turn if it's every day, and that was one of those turns for me. Sometimes real life is more important. So let's take a look and see what happened last turn. Go back here one. How do I do that? Right here. Time machine, turn 19. You can see I had 2 VCRs last turn. I fell under attack from the privateer player. Some of my outlying planets. Let's go to fastest here. You can see this planet was recently colonized. It was undefended. He has no torpedoes, and he is using Mark I photons. So these ships will be easy prey for me if I can get direct combat with them, but of course the privateer player, that'll be difficult. He's going to eventually take this planet. And a similar case here. Still, he has torpedoes here, but they're just Mark Is, and you can see how little damage Mark Is do. So any of my ships will tear this up in direct combat. Anyway, so that happened last turn. I had 26 planets. This turn, if I go back to now, I'm down to 23 planets, 3 more VCRs. It looks like he's taken a few more. Yeah, it looks like he's attacking this cluster heavily and advancing through here. So let's take a look at these VCRs quick. These planets were recently colonized, I'm sure undefended. Same type of ships and same undefended planets. So, you know, I'm going to need to adjust my strategy to defend against this oncoming attack. I have my Cobalt up here. You can see he moved away, trying to avoid being picked up at a planet by these ships where I can be towed. Yeah, I'm very difficult to intercept in deep space. Impossible, essentially, without initiating combat. You know, he can't. This ship can kind of fly indefinitely because it generates fuel. So I'm going to take this ship to start with and head back towards my home sector. I want to look here and see what's going on. There's a enemy Federation cruiser, which would be a match for this ship if it's outfitted properly, and these MBRs that are kind of invading my space. Fortunately, I've got this ion storm moving through, so that'll hamper his ability a little bit here, possibly. At least he won't be able to cloak. So let's just start working through my ships. I'm going to start at 7 this time, because that happened to be the first one I looked at. On to the next. Get this Gemini towing a Virgo, and he's heading up here. Keep going. Next, LDSF has a bunch of clans, and I need to, you know, populate some of these worlds with it. You look at these planets that I haven't really developed too much yet. Here, you know, this one is a normal planet. That one's got some good natives. But I've got to be leery of this MBR. You know, he can move 162 light years a turn, so he can't quite catch me unless I go directly at him. But, you know, he can be here pretty quickly. So I'm just going to send this LDSF here for now and start building up that world. Next ship is this Patriot. This Patriot was bringing money back for me. So I'm going to drop that money off on my homeworld. Brought a little geranium too. And I need to arm this ship. It's time to do some fighting. So I have 20 fighters on this planet. I'm going to put them on there. I'm probably going to build 10 more and send this out, but I'm going to come back. Next up, this Patriot. This one was chasing that P-200 Pro, Brave Sir Robin is now its name, and defending my large deep space freighter. And I'm going to keep this ship in position out here. I'm going to bring him back. Let's say it right there for now. Next up, a Gemini. This ship is now in orbit over this world, and I need to start building fighters. You can see this world, you know, fighters I can build for free with tritanium, molybdenum, and supplies. And I've got plenty of supplies and tritanium, not plenty of molybdenum, but I've got a Merlin in orbit, so I can just load her up with supplies here. Set my friendly code to ALM. Oops, ALM. All molybdenum. Next turn I'll have 900 molybdenum. So I'll have plenty of minerals with which to build fighters on this planet. In the meantime, I'm going to see how many I can build. I have enough for one full load, so this will build, let's see, 40 fighters next turn. Very good. Where was I? Yes, this Gemini. So on to the next. Okay, yeah, we just did this ship. Very good. One thing to be aware of is I am in range of this MBR now. He can be over this planet next turn. So I need to start thinking about defense a little bit here. I'll come back to that. Next is a Cobalt in orbit here with 3,000 mega credits. So I'm going to beam those down and possibly use them to build torpedoes. Again, I'm going to come back to this ship. I'm kind of running through and seeing where I'm at, getting a feel for things again, and developing my strategy as I go. I'll probably make 2 loops through all these ships. My Virgo is, of course, being towed up to here to pick up some fighters. Cobalt's in deep space. This one has no torpedoes on board. It's got no nothing. I think it's coming back to get some stuff, so I think I will. It depends on what this planet is doing. This planet is not taxing anytime soon, so I'm going to send it up here. I'm going to set it to Minesweep. Next, Lady Aureale's just been, should have been making mega credits. Oh, it was. I've got the beam down money fed in code, so it'll continue to make mega credits for me, 160 a turn. Nothing else for that to do. This is a new one that I built a couple turns ago. So do the same thing, load it up, one fuel, 160 clans, and it'll build mega credits for me. And a Cobalt that I built, which I'll need to outfit. I won't need that much fuel. Alright, next, my ubiquitous medium deep space freighter, which is potentially picking up mega credits, but this planet is really recovering very slowly on the happiness, possibly because of all the number of structures I built. Let's see if there's anything more useful for it to do right now. I guess I could bring that 162 geranium back. That would be useful for building another Merlin in my homeworld. So I'll do that. Whoops. Yeah, here we go. Very good. Next. Cobalt I have here. And it towed the Merlin here, but I'm not going to be moving that Merlin around too much more, I don't think. So I think what I'm going to do is start setting up some defenses. And I'm going to lay a small minefield here. This one's only got Mark 4s, so I'm not going to get too big of a minefield, but it would be a risk for him to fly an MBR in there. He could potentially lose it. So that's what I'm going to do for now. I think, what's the cargo, 250 on one of these guys? I get an LDSF up there. That's not going to be enough. I'm going to use this to freight some stuff from this planet next turn. LDSF here, 1100 clans. It was en route out here, of course, but I had to hold off on that, and I'm glad I did. I don't have any warships to control this space. So I'm going to simply drop my clans here. Drop my supplies here. I want to see this planet not in range of the enemies yet. Could be within a turn or two. I'll need to build some defense here, so he can't go taking my planets with, these low crap ships. I need him to force him to send real ships to be able to take my planets. But for now, I'm going to load this guy up with stuff I need on this planet, which is obviously molybdenum first. And then probably, well, I guess I'll bring the Trit, because I'm going to be building fighters. I'll be making a few runs here. And I'm going to leave the mega credits for now. I'm going to manually build a few defense posts. 40. Go there for now. Let's see how that looks next turn. LDSF. This LDSF was colonizing, or rather, building out these worlds here, getting enough clans on them that I can build structures and things, and that's what it's doing. So I'm going to drop everything here, what's left, and start thinking about what I can bring back. You know, I'd like to build a star base either here or here. This planet's all mined out. This planet's on its way. This planet has a lot of molly, but I think I'm going to send it down here with hopes of either bringing minerals here or perhaps back to the homeworld. Let's see if I have any minerals on this planet worth picking up. There are. Very good. Next, this LDSF is in deep space. It's kind of on its way back to get more clans or do something useful. So it can be at the homeworld in two turns, so I think I'll make that happen. There we go. 6 Cobalt. Deep space, no nothing. 22 Mark IV photons. I think I'm going to begin interdicting enemy ships with this ship. So I'm going to bring him down here. Something I need to look at here is the fact that, you know, this MBR is advancing. It could be at this world next turn. Oops. When you miss a turn and your taxing is the way I do it, you can go too far. Oh, it's just at 40, it's okay. Or he could be at this planet next turn, which is probably more likely. At least I've got 10 defense posts up here. So I'm going to send this ship to this planet to act as a defensive picket ship against this meteor in case he attacks. I'm going to set my mission to kill. Set my enemy to the privateers. Rumpa is the guy. And, you know, if that MBR flies in here and attempts to attack that planet, this ship will take it out. Where was I? The ship, next. Okay, and we're back to the beginning. So this is kind of what I got to do. I've got to think about taking back this cluster if I want to. To be honest, it wasn't all that great. Of course, I'd like the planets, but, you know, in a game like this, with this much red, somewhat playing defensively. So, I'm going to continue with this Cobalt. Gemini, yeah, that one's fine. This one's fine. This Patriot. I would like to build 10 more fighters if I can do that, without screwing up whatever ships I'm going to build. And, let's see here. I'd like to get another Merlin on the field. Oh, I'm just 2 Duranium short. How bad is that? I don't happen to have any here, do I? No. So, if I build fighters, defenses, 10 more fighters, it's going to cost me 1,000 mega credits and some minerals. But I've got plenty of Trit and Molly. This is okay, so I'm going to do that. Load out this Patriot fully. And send this Patriot kind of over this way. Let's see kind of what he does next. Make sure this Ion Storm isn't too strong. It's not too strong. It's okay. Next ship. It's good. It's good. It's good. And so what are we doing with these 2 Cobalts? They both have Mark 7 tubes. And I need to start putting down perimeter minefields. So, what kind of money have I got to build torpedoes with? Well, I get 3,000 mega credits. I've got real money problems in my empire right now. Let's see here. What kind of ship do I want to build here? I'd like to build another Cobalt outfit like so. I'd love to get heavier beams, which I could do. Ooh, I could build one of those, but I won't be able to build another one next turn, and it's going to eat up almost a lot of my mega credits that I probably need for torpedoes right now. This decision may hurt me later, but I'm going to stick with X-ray lasers. Build. And that leaves me with 2,000 mega credits. Got no more really coming in anytime soon. Well, I'll tax this turn. So I'm going to get 945. That's enough to build a Cobalt with. So I can build some torpedoes here. Oops, need to be on the starbase. Build torpedoes. I can build... How much Molly is that going to cost me? That cobalt build. Because you see I'm not mining anymore. I'm going to need to ship some Molly down. Of course I'm low Molly on this planet. I have some there. None there. Yeah, so I'm going to have Molly problems here. Let's see how much that was costing me. Cancel. 109 Molly, so... Oops, I think I hit not build that ship. Yes, build. There we go. I'm down to 105 as it is now with just the torpedoes I build. I won't be able to build another one next turn. Cobalt. That may be okay. I think I need the mines more right now. So it'd be nice if I get some Molly there in a turn or two. I just don't have any ships available except here, but I don't have any Molly here this turn. I'll have to wait a turn. So this is the kind of logistical stuff that, you know, if I would have done it 2 turns ago in anticipation of this, I'd be much better off. But I didn't, so I've got 10 torpedoes here. Let's transfer what we've built. I built 50, so maybe I'll just build 40, so I have enough Molly. And I'll transfer up half to this ship and half to the other. We'll have 25 torpedoes on each cobalt for now. Very good. And this one, I'm going to send down yonder direction in anticipation of attack on this planet. And this one, I'm going to send to resecure this cluster. Very good. Actually, I'm going to reverse that decision. Switch up which one I'm sending where. Okay. So, these guys are handled. Virgo's good. This Cobalt, good. This Lady Royale is good, 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 good. I'm sending him up to get minerals. That's fine. Good. All this looks okay. So I think my ships are pretty much taken care of now. I'm going to look at these planets, the star map individually here. You know, I would like some defense posts on this planet. It's got 10. And I know the attack strength of this meteor that's in range. So if I go back to my VCR, and which planet was that? That was Canny Seti 1 he attacked, so I can find that, and I can see this is one with Mark 1 photons for X-ray lasers. And what I can do is go into the battle simulator and select that ship, and give it all the specs that he had. Privateer, X-ray lasers, Mark 1 photons, he had 47 of them or something. You know, it'll be ship first planet. Planet defense 100, no. Planet defense 10. And let's see, no starbase. And let's see what happens here when I run the simulation. Well, he only had a few fighters and they get taken out immediately. And, you know, this planet's going to lose even to these bad torpedoes. So what I probably would need to do is get enough defense posts that he gets overwhelmed with fighters, at least to the point that the beam tech will take him out. So, how many does that take? I hit stop. What if I could have 30 defense here? Would that be enough? Well, one fighter's gonna get... Oh, nope, taken out. But he's got blasters now. That may be enough with these really bad torpedoes he's got. His shields may go down quickly. Yeah, see that? But he's got enough torpedoes on board, he may overwhelm it. Yep. The planet may win occasionally, so not quite enough. I think 50 will do it, though. If we could just get a few fighter hits on his shields, that would take him out. Oop, not going to happen there. Of course, now we've got 4 beams, a higher caliber. So this may do it. Oh yeah, his shields were dropped in a single salvo. And he's going to go down on the next salvo. Somewhat dependent on some of those torpedoes missing, but, you know, it's not tight. So, 50 will do it, 30 won't. Can I get 50 here? Do I have enough stuff? Not nearly. Not nearly. So, what do we want to do? How many can I build? I can have 17. It won't be enough, but it'll cause him to expend torpedoes, which will limit his ability to attack these other worlds as well. So I'm going to build him and see how that planet fares if it comes under attack. Anyway, what other planets? This planet here, I dropped 8 supplies, but this planet has very little chance of surviving anytime soon. So what I'm going to do is a little bit of... I have very little hope of holding this planet, obviously looking at this map. So what we're going to do is Scorched Earth it and raise that tax to 100. That's going to drop it, happiness, down to 22, and this planet's going to be in a civil or a riot situation for a number of turns. So even if they do get this planet, they won't be able to tax it very well and use it against me. I wish I had taken these minerals off the planet, but I didn't. There's not much I can do about that now. Very well. Otherwise, my empire looks good. Obviously, I'm being encroached upon on the western front here. I need to get some defenses up, things like that. But all in all, not too bad. Star bases. Building a Cobalt to 1. The other one, I want to build a Merlin, but I can't till next turn because I'm short 2 duranium. Of course, I'm bringing in 162 this turn, and I'll be mining 55. So, you know, I have like 200 uranium to play with on a build this turn. So what can I build? What kinds of ships do I need? Well, I need mine layers, but I've got a fair amount of them, and probably got more mine layers right now than I can build with. I can't build enough torpedoes to arm them. So maybe I'll look at something else. These are always nice to build, and I probably have enough to do it. Maybe even with transwarps. Nah, not quite. Those engines cost a lot of money. And to be honest, I'm not facing any heavy combat ships right yet. Patriot might be nice, but it's going to be hard to pull these meteors into direct combat anyway. So probably a Cobalt is not a bad idea. I don't have a fuel carrier, and I'll probably need one at some point, especially fighting these guys. So this may not be a bad build. What kind of neutronium do I have around? There's a bunch up here. A bunch of my homeworld, of course. Some of these other planets, not so much. I could, of course, build another Lady Royale. Not terribly useful. I need the mega credits, only 160 a turn. And of course, it takes a couple turns before it even recoups it. 2 turns. So, I'm not sure. Let me think about this a moment. Alright, I'm back. I think I'm going to want to build is the Cobalt. If I can. Oh, I never teched up to 7s. I could, but I think that'll impact my build next turn. That's too bad. That is too bad. Am I taxing on this planet this turn? Yes, I am. I would be if I have growth tax. So there we are. I'm going to get 1,300 mega credits. So that'll allow me to build my Cobalt and then my Duranium ship. What is it? The Merlin next turn. But the intent is really to use the Cobalt to tow the Merlin up here and then maybe do some running around. So maybe it doesn't need as strong a weapons. Maybe it's not worth spending that money on tech right now. So I am going to build just a Mark IV one, because that doesn't really cost me anything more compared to having no torpedoes whatsoever. And that'll be fine. Okay. So there we go. My star bases are set up. My ships have orders. I need to make sure my planets are good to go. There we go. I've got taxing here. No taxing here. It's going to be a while. No taxing here. This one's safe taxing, so there'll be a little bit of money. There's a little bit of money there. I'm going to have a ship there next turn. I can pull some stuff off. Yeah, this looks good. So, not great. These ships that are attacking, taking border worlds, whatever, they're not my developed planets. It looks bad on the scoreboard when you see that -3, but if they're not producing for you, they're not really useful anyway. And I just don't have the ships to secure that space yet, especially against the mobility of the privateers. They can. The 162 light years of jump, this is like 4 turns for them, whereas it would be 8 for me. That's a long ways. So yeah, he's going to stretch into here. He may take a world here. But then he's going to run into some resistance and have some difficulty, especially with the low number of ships. He's got 3 up here. So that's why I'm avoiding capture with this vessel. But if I get perimeter defenses up here and along this border, he's going to have a hard time. So I'm not too worried. Anyway, this has been turn 20, and I'll see you on turn 21. Thank you.